What's up, everybody? This is Ripples in Wales, back for another video. I hope you're all doing well and having a great day wherever you are in the world and whatever you're doing. It's Sunday, the day of rest, for all you biblical lovers. Just about to get out for a run, but I thought I'd get a 10-minute video in before I head on out. It's pouring down with rain here, and I've got about 30 minutes before I'm off, so let's jump into a few things. I often see a lot of stuff in the days before, and on the weekend I get a chance to gather my thoughts and present it to you. This is my Twitter handle, at Ripples in Wales. Come and give us a follow there. I'm pretty active in the days. Cool, let's jump in. So I want to bring an interesting little NFT project up to your attentions. I bought some yesterday. I'm not shilling projects. I'm invested in these. I've got no affiliation with the creators or owners. I just love punk derivatives and BAYC derivatives. It's one of my little things. And I noticed this. I was tagged in a post yesterday with one of the community members, and he let me know that these loading funks were being minted yesterday on OpenSea. So I logged in and I shifted some ether out, and I bought a few, and I minted a couple of beauties. So I really like these. I love the open funk. These loading funk, quite cool things that he's created, which is, I'm just going to show you. It's the crypto funks, but they load up into a GIF, and there's a lot of love for the project yesterday. He's 50% minted out already. He's a really nice guy from the Netherlands, who's done a number of projects, including the Ripple punks and whatnot. And so, yeah, I think I've just posted on my Twitter yesterday. I got some cool ones. Picked up some of these. This is kind of a gold chain with the single tooth. It's quite a rare trait. Don't know if you know your traits. Again, the funks, like 3D glasses and the earring, quite on the messy hair. Quite love, because that looks a bit like me. And I minted this grail. There's only 12 of these in the collection, and this is an ape. If you know your funk derivatives or your funk collections, an ape. He hasn't got an earring though, but hey, there's only 12 of these in the entire 10,000 collection, so I was pretty lucky. What else did I get? I got a hoodie. Love the hoodies with the big sideburns and glasses. And yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. So I think I minted about 80 in total. Went a little bit over the top. I was going to do 50. They're very, very cheap. I think they're like about £2 per mint, and the more you mint on OpenSea, you get the same gas fee. So yeah, you think you allow 100 per wallet. I don't think you need that many, but yeah, you know. Anyway, if you like funks, that's a cool project. Anyway, jumping into TA. This is a long-term chart on the Pheonix weekly on XRP. I just want to bring your attention to this kind of long-term couple handle pattern if it plays out that way. I often look at the bigger pictures, and a 6-year cycle for XRP could be the answer to these things, where you get this enormous build-up of energy, and if that breaks out into the future to a cup and handle up here. That's a very, very bullish pattern. Similarly on there we go, that's the weekly, a bit more zoomed in. You can see how it would need to play out to become first of all a cup and handle on the lower part, and then continuing up to be a cup and handle on the larger. I'm no TA expert, by the way, so don't rely on my methods. Go to Crypto Insights UK and Blockchain Backer and Egrad Crypto and all those other cool people. So I think you're stabilizing the XRP price quite nicely at the resistance here, or we'd call it a floor. It's quite a long-term support that's been always either stopping or holding the price. So we can go back to very early times, or for you guys latecomers to the party, but 2019 resistance support. It was in there for support, and then support, resistance, and support actually. So I'm not sure if this is making a bullish flag at the minute. I'll leave the TA guys to decide on that. It seems to. I did have a look at the patterns. Again, I'm having to learn TA really from the start. It's a bullish flag. Seems to be printing there, which is quite cool. Anyhow, exciting time to see it that it held after the Ripple Swell conference, because you normally get a big dump, but we'll see if it holds on the weekly and go from there. I've got the coin market cap probably in pounds still, haven't I? Yeah, okay. For all you American viewers, I will let's just change this to dollars. I was going to say euros then, but that'd be no good for you. So we're at $1.17 trillion market cap. It's really important to keep an eye on that, and sterling 1.43 trillion in dollars. Bitcoin 37k, Ethereum's 2k, XRP is 67 cents. Solana's bolted $60. I think also Avalanche went this morning. You know, it's at $16. It's bolting as we speak. Yeah, everything's making a move for this early part of the cycle, but we're in massive greed and we've got a bit of a funk to go. Anyhow, right, just one interesting post that I found this morning by an account called Mustache. He's L_crypto_prof. As promised, here's an update on altcoins. I first shared this chart here 1.5 years ago, and everything is going according to plan. It's much bigger this time, therefore it's taking longer. RSI, as soon as the blue line is broken to the upside, we could see fireworks. And the RSI is at the bottom here. I'm just going to bring you in on that. This is the RSI, and it shows two previous cycles, 2013, where the RSI broke out. The RSI is underneath the chart analysis, and you had a breakout for the altcoins for 2014. Well, I think it must have been 14 to 17, and then again on the which cycle is this now? This is the full altcoin for altcoin market cap, and that was touched retest all 2017, and then that was the low part of the RSI, and it clicked in, and we're just touching this blue line here, and you can see the orange dot projected there, orange dot projected there, the rejection, and this yellow dot shows where we're at now. So this is the RSI. It's printing, quite interesting for the altcoin cap. Okay, massive warning to all the people out there. There is a scam going around with Brad Garlinghouse with a deepfake AI, asking people to send their XRP to it as a kind of reward for being patient. Now, it's utter bollocks. Please do not get scammed. I do not want anybody in the community that I know or I interact with involved with anything like this. There is multiple posts about this being posted out, so please do not interact with that at all. Just want to also repost something else which I'm a little bit disappointed about. Okay, so there's an account, and it's not the actual, I don't know if I can find it, this guy here. Now I've blocked him. The leader of this, so there is a meme coin for the XRP going around. I'm not a fan of these meme coins, and he classes himself as he's going to make something amazing for the XRP community, and it's a meme coin, and he's paid a load of people to shill his product, and I've got no qualms with that. People, if they get paid, but when you're promoting a shit coin and people are going to get wrecked and they're trading their XRP for it, for heaven's sakes, you're supposed to be looking after the community, and this is not cool. And there was a few posts about this. I was pretty harsh about it yesterday. I deleted one of my posts because maybe I'd gone OTT. But look, just please, all the community members, stay clear of the meme coins on the XRPL. Hold your XRP, put it in a cold wallet and forget about it until the time is right. Anywho, a big shout out to Bullzilla. Yesterday I was on his speaking with him whilst he was live streaming on a Saturday night. Great video he put out yesterday, which is this one here. Sorry, the ship one. You have to go to his live because he mostly streams live in the evenings. He's got an absolute library of information. And don't forget, CKJ is one of the very, very first people who Bearable Guy spoke to. Bearable Guy holds CKJ at the highest regard. Like, if you went here in 2018, 19 and seen the connection between BG123 and Bullzilla, you've not seen anything. If you want to go back through BG's early cryptographic decodes and stuff, CKJ was the first one, and he was probably the earliest XRP channel and the earliest XRP community hub that became in the XRP army. If there was anyone to be a leader of the XRP army, it's this chap. He is one of the kindest, hard-working individuals in the space, and I've got so much respect for him. Lovely guy. Give him a follow there, and also he's our Twitter at CKJ Crypto News. Really cool channel. Again, like I say, you can go through all of his playlists and his old stuff back to 4 years ago to look at his Bearable Guy stuff. His Twitter is at CKJ Crypto News. A absolute follow. He does these massive challenges as well, these 10k, 1k, 100 challenges. He'll make more millionaires than anyone else I know. That he's a really, really good guy. Cool. The bearable guy stuff. Well, let's jump into what my latest thoughts. And I thought we'd just have a bit of a catch up on things because a few things are just sitting in a balance now, and I want to tell you what I'm expecting next. And we're going to look at both of the bearable guy 123's channels now. I was expecting this to play out November the 7th. Nothing's happened, but that doesn't mean nothing's going to happen. It's interesting. Sometimes he leaves teasers. Sometimes I don't understand things correctly. We'll have to see. You know, I have to try and get my head around things. So if it comes to pass that 2023 is when these things come to fruition, December will be a very interesting month because you've got the Lodestar 3 dropping and the final Lodestar, and you've got this December the 15th post, which is a little riddle about Lodestar 3. For it to test, 1 and 2 are given, 3 is a quest. Now, when he's referring quest, he's referring to a ship scene, and we're talking a journey. Anyhow, so you want to kind of have a little bit of a look. Well, should have a look today. So we're kind of expecting when this Lodestar 3 goes live, or it releases this December, so to speak, you know, comes into fruition, we think we should have seen some sort of change. Now, the charts are kind of showing you that the market wants to move. Okay, the most important thing to understand though is XRP never goes on a tear rally until Bitcoin hits an all-time high. So, you know, if we assume that we go back to the Christmas scene, if we assume there's going to be some sort of regulation for Bitcoin and ETF, and we see that bombing and ripping upwards, then the likelihood of the wealth rolling over from Bitcoin's amazing bull run will pour into all the other altcoins, especially XRP. In this Christmas scene, we only have 3 socks on the mantelpiece, okay, and we can see that there's the arm of the SEC with the recycle machine and all these other coins. Okay, now I've often wondered whether this Persian rug, and you know, we've just had Swell Dubai, has something to play. You know, there's a big red kind of circle here, or kind of shape on the carpet, which often looks like a bloodbath. It's very difficult to kind of gauge where he was going with this part of the scene, but we know that this is playing out, and we've seen news about it. We'll go into that in a second. Right, the interesting point to take from this part of the scene, which I believe that we're in, is that the gavel rests against the library case regulation, and you've got the Lodestar 1, 2, or 3 in the bookshelf. Also, CKJ is represented in one of these books, by the way. Okay, you've got Hodor, CKJ, Working Money Channel. They were put into the library of BG. If you notice above the gavel, you've got the jar of molasses, which we've seen a few times, and there is a little a riddle that I want to bring you to in a minute. Now, we can see in this scene that the Phoenix is in the fireplace. It hasn't risen. The King's Scepter is on the log, and you've got the Phoenix in the fireplace, and you've got some other weird shape there. On the right-hand side of the mantelpiece, around all the bricks, you've got the XRP Christmas stocking, and you've got the US dollar pegged next to it. And on the other side of things, you've got Bitcoin, okay, which is the green Christmas stocking. Now, it's interesting how they're on different sides. Okay, and the Phoenix was referred to in the early riddles by BG123. Let me just see if I can find you that. Notes? No, that's not the one. iMovie. I think it's that one. That's the one. Hold on. Just let me come in and find you main all images, main scenes. Right. Let's just open this up. So, if we want to dive into this, we have the Phoenix under the Bitcoin flag, right? We've got the bear underneath the XRP flag, and we've got the Ouroboros, or the king and the bear in that sense, the Ouroboros over the US dollar. And so it's quite difficult for us to differentiate between what he means here by the Phoenix rising. So, you know, we've got this Bitcoin ETF, and we're in November now. And we've seen pictures of this calendar in close-ups. We've seen, where is it? Let me just bring that back up. Have we got that? 1 second. We've got, I think it's under level playing field. There we go. Let me just bring up this calendar for you all. We can see that the finished... is that it? No. Right, we'll bring that one up. The level playing field. This is the finished rendition of the calendar for you all. It shows that November has like kind of a pirate symbol with these crosses on it, which we don't know whether this is 2023 or 2024. And December's the one clear month. September has a golden shine to it. So we're watching November very closely. Okay, and December's the only one without the X's on it. So we're just trying to figure out what's going to happen here. Is the Pheonix rising because Bitcoin's going to be given the green light for the ETF? We don't know. But equally, this isn't where my interest really lies. It's this part of the scene here that's all going on after December. Okay, yes, XRP has a stocking peg up to the top between November and December, and I've always wondered whether that's something to do with the level playing field. But my interest is actually in here. And the reason is, if we imagine time moving from left of the screen to the right of the screen, okay, and we understand that December finishes on the calendar here, then we're into the kind of where my cursor is. We're at January, around where the White House is sat on the mantelpiece. And on one side you've got the White House, and the other side you've got Regs. Now, let's just look at what literature has been presented to us recently. Buzz off. So we've seen that the UK finally proposed. The UK publishes final proposals for crypto stablecoin. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Stablecoin regulation. The government plans to propose legislation on fiat-backed stablecoins in early 2024. Right, remember, stablecoins are at the core of this. Why? Okay, let's just go back. What is in the center of all this lot? Tether. We know that some of the stablecoins are very, very bad beginnings, connected to Ethereum, connected to EOS, connected to Tron. Yeah, all these same bloody tokens are ERC 20 creations. And what are we seeing at the minute? Stephen Areoff bringing charges against, or a case against the Ethereum Foundation, as the kind of truth starts to come out with about the Hinman Clayton revolving door. So that's the first article. Then we have the Bank of England. No thanks. Okay. FCA and Bank of England published proposals for regulating stablecoins. Right. Stablecoins are going to be the core of this. Never forget, okay? This is 6th of November 2023. There is a timeline, isn't there? We can start to see that now. So the UK, if you not remember, was removed from Brexit, yeah, which is the connection to the European Union, so it could break out of this lot, the DS. I'm going to have to say it in code on my channel. And there was a change in structure, okay? If we see the early RV images, I'll just bring you up quickly on that. Hold on, we'll minimize him. We'll minimize him. Where's actually, it's not the early, it was the final image by RV. Let me just scroll down and find the original, the final polished version of the Ross Vandermeer post. Where are you? There we are. So we could see that in this picture by Ross Vandermeer, this was an important part. You see this tile here, this blue tile with Brexit, okay, with the stars around it, the European Union connected to NATO, connected to this lot. Okay, I'm going to have to be careful what I say on this channel. This DS, the ECB in the centre with the euro, that is what was controlling what? SWIFT, SWIFT in the centre at the bottom here. Look. So it was important for Britain to be rooted and removed from this. I've told so much of my friends this, and then it connects all the way to the US on a different financial system. Look, the XRP logo in Trump's hand by Ross Vandermeer. Let's go back then. Let's just go back and qualify this. Now, England are the ones setting the stablecoin rules. Okay, and we can go a level further. The UK finance stablecoins, the first phase of the UK's crypto regulation. With stablecoins making up 11% of the crypto market, one might wonder why the UK are pressing ahead with implementing a regime for stablecoins rather than for Bitcoin or the rest of the unbacked crypto ecosystems. really interesting articles here. Okay, and let's go back. A really interesting article here. And also, if you don't remember, on August the 17th of this year, Bearable Guy had posted this regulation molasses with the price on the jar. Okay, we also have this little picture here. I'm going to go down a little bit of a rabbit hole. This was an early riddle that came out. Look, it kind of makes sense when you look at it like this. It kind of makes sense when I actually go over it with you guys. So we have price on the lid of the regulation molasses jar. This is the jar to do with regulation. Okay, this was an early riddle here that was released by a little owl with his mouth over his mouth, finger over his mouth with Morse code, and a phoenix in the flyer with the King's Baffle. Now, what does that mean? Let's have a look at this here now. This is how it interprets. Nothing happens till something moves. Now, what needs to move? What is hanging off the bookshelf? Jar of regulation molasses. So until the regulation molasses moves, and we can go back to the Christmas scene for that, can't we? We can see the jar hanging off there, okay? And we can also go back to the Bearable Guy 1, 2, 3. Where are you? We can go back to August where he put a GIF of the jar about to fall. Now, is this August 2024 where we see the jar finally fall? We've seen an article published on, when was it? August the 15th, 2 days before, G20 set to crystallize global crypto regulations as India wraps up presidency. Now, molasses, we found, was from India, and the very clever bear had posted this jar with molasses because the G20 were the ones with the presidency during the summit. Regulation molasses, and I cracked that a while ago. Okay, so we can see nothing happens until something moves. We can go back to the two pictures we've seen here a minute ago. This is what the bear was saying. I know I referred to him as an owl earlier on. I never know whether it was a bear or an owl. It's what's plaguing me, that one. But he's got a picture of the phoenix here. And we've got the jar here. And the jar needs to move off the shelf in order for the phoenix to rise. This is the whole concept of what he was trying to say. Nothing happens until something moves. And we've been over the regs. We know what's going on. We know where this is going. And we can see it, quite frankly, and quite obviously, whether people choose to, I guess it's down to personal opinion whether you think this is a gavel to do with regulations or gavel to do with Ripple's success. I don't know. It could be both. It could be either. It doesn't matter. What we need though is that jar to fall, the lid to come off, and then the price explodes, and then this fella, this phoenix, can finally make its way up to the top, wherever it's going. And for maybe XRP price to follow, hey? The phoenix rising, the balloon rising, it has some sort of similar connotations, doesn't it? So the long arm of the law in 2024, what will it bring? And so this is where, a lot of my mindset will be looking at, will be, as we move into, finish the year up, and we keep a close eye on what the White House is doing, what the British regulations are coming in stablecoins, how that affects this lot here, because that might make, that might be really interesting. And we might see, the Knight is in a very defensive position here, and a majorly defensive position against the arm of the SEC and the regulation that it's throwing. And also, he's protecting Washington, D.C. and the dollar there, which is fascinating. Okay, there's a lot going on here in this final quadrant, and it's a lot to play out. Anyhow, we'll leave it there for the time being. We've gone over quite a lot today. So the long arm of the law, 2024, Regs, stablecoins, the UK, Brexit, and how all this plays together to position these digital assets. It's not just one, really. Bitcoin's in the mix as well, And we'll see how it goes. Anyhow, have a great weekend. What am I talking about? It's not the weekend. It's bloody Tuesday. Apologies about that. For some reason, my mind thought it was a Saturday. I'm going on holiday in a couple of days. Maybe it's that. Anyhow, have a great day. See you on the next video. Be blessed.